Okay. Hello YouTube, this is Ragman8 once again for my predictions for UFC 140. So the first fight of the night we got Mark Hominick versus Chang Sung-jung. So it looks like Mark Hominick is reclimbing the ladder to get another shot at Jose Aldo. Okay. And Chang Sung-jung, everyone knows him from his famous twister submission over Leonard Garcia at Davis versus Rogerio Nogueira, who is also on the card tonight. But if I have to say, the era of Asian fighters in the UFC is starting to slowly pass away, as you can see of fighters like Yushin Okami and Dong Hyun Kim. They're too stiff. Their grappling is excellent, but their striking is just what they die in. And they're not doing too well. But hey, who knows? They might make a comeback. Who knows? But the first prediction, I have Mark Hominick by second round to finish. Obviously a finish, but Mark Hominick by TKO in the second round. And the next one, Claude Patrick versus Brian Ebersole. Brian Ebersole defeated the legend Dennis Hallman, the only man to ever beat Matt Hughes twice, on two separate occasions, within 20 seconds of both matches with a submission. This guy is a submission specialist, and he beat him. Good. And UFC newcomer Claude Patrick. The guy's well, he's not really a newcomer now, but he's on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. He's beaten some tough upcomers like James Wilkes and Daniel Roberts. And this is good. I predict a good fight here. These are two young fighters aiming for a shot at the championship. They're looking to climb the belt. They're both young, both ready to go. So I think this will be a good fight. So, but if I have to say, I have to go with Brian Ebersole, unanimous decision. And the third fight of the night, Tito Ortiz versus Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. As I mentioned earlier, he would be on the card. Well, it's the legendary Tito Ortiz. It's so legendary to me. Yeah, he is Tito Ortiz. He's the very first UFC champion. Had one of the longest title reigns in history. And it's, he's still a hungry fighter. He's still hungry for a championship. I don't think he'll be able to obtain it, but he's definitely aiming for him. He's definitely confident he can get a shot, as he did when he finished Ryan Bader, and then came up in his fight with Rashad Evans, which he lost, but he almost finished him. And then his opponent tonight will be Antonio Little Nog Rogerio Nogueira. Both the Nogueira brothers, tonight are competing. So Little Nog versus Tito Ortiz, and it's Little Nog, former Pride fighter and previous fighter in the UFC. He fought Phil Davis, lost unanimous decision. And he fought Ryan Bader, lost unanimous decision. And man, he had a controversial win against Jason Burrows, which a lot of people thought, no, this guy lost this fight. What can you say? So, I actually think this will be a good fight. These guys, they've both been in the game for a very long time. And, but if I have to say, I believe the fight will go to decision. But if it's gonna be finished, I think it'll be by Tito Ortiz. Third round, my prediction. But if it goes to decision, I believe Rogerio will have it. And the co-main event of the night, the rematch between Frank Mir and Rodrigo Nogueira, Antonio. Minotauro. Well, the first fight was a very technical fight for Frank Mir, where he really did what he needed to do in this fight. In that fight, I apologize. Where he utilized his stand-up and he didn't fall for the bait of Antonio Nogueira. You rocked him about 3 times, and the first 2 times, Antonio was just ready to pull him into his guard and set up his submission. Mir didn't fall for it. He waited till the 3rd time when he hit him, and Rodrigo's head bounced off the ground, showing that he's about to go out. Frank Mir got on top of him, finished him. So I believe, now that Frank Mir carries even more muscle, and he shows that in his previous fights, that he's not having a cardio factor with it. He can hold this muscle. So I believe, once again, Frank Mir will defeat Rodrigo Nogueira. I think Minotauro, he's taken the line of Fedor. It's time for the legend of the Pride Fighters. It's time for them to go. They made the perfect name for themselves. They have nothing left to prove. There's no longer a point they have to set out or an example they have to make. They should just retire and quit while they're ahead. That's my opinion. But no, that's not my opinion. And yeah, I believe Frank Mir, 2nd round TKO once again, or submission. But almost no one will ever submit Minotauro. But it will be Frank Mir's 2nd round decision, submission, finish, whatever. And we come to the main event of the night: Jon Jones and Lyoto Machida. These two are Jon Jones, the current light heavyweight champion of the UFC, and Lyoto Machida, the former UFC light heavyweight champion. And, I'm sorry, I'm just tired. Well, it's the legend. This guy, he's becoming a legend. He's becoming something really big. And, Jon Jones was like, I'm kind of confused. What left does he have to prove? He's proven himself so many times. He can take on anyone they throw at him. I think Phil Davis would be a good, test for him, because Phil Davis is a young, hungry fighter like him, who has pretty long arms. But Jon Jones has the longest reach in UFC history, 84 inches across his chest, and to me, that'll be too much for Lyoto Machida to handle. I think what Jon Jones demolished Shogun Rua, the man who knocked out Lyoto Machida, first in the controversial decision when Lyoto Machida won, in the second fight where Shogun KO'd him in the first round. I don't know why. The original fight was expected to be Rashad Evans versus him, but Rashad once again was injured and costing him the 2nd title fight that he has. But my prediction for Jon Jones was Lyoto Machida, 2nd round TKO for Jon Jones. I don't think Lyoto has what it takes to beat him. Jon Jones has proved himself, and Jon Jones has definitely proved himself enough that he can beat someone like Lyoto Machida. Now, Lyoto Machida does have a very unorthodox tactic, but I don't think it's anything Jon Jones isn't ready for. So, yeah. Thank you, YouTube. Those are my predictions for UFC 140. Ragman 8 eyes.